Good morning, all. This is Jefferson. Today is the 8th month, 12th day of 2019, and it is currently 2:32 p.m. or 14:33 now for you military brats. And I hope you have a blessed day today. What I'd like to talk about today is the homosexuality and how it has grown immensely, and I foresee it to be a problem in the very near future. And by problem, I'm just simply saying that if everyone on earth is gay, life as humankind as we know it to be and to have been for centuries is automatically deleted, for lack of a better word. Yeah, deleted. We'll use deleted. Deleted from the face of the earth. You cannot reproduce if you're gay. You cannot further life if you're gay. And you may say that, well, we can always adopt. We can adopt the children that don't have fathers and mothers. Well, yeah, you can, but you're still not further in life. And you're bringing up the future into your world, which does not further life. You cannot further life. You can only deplete what is there. And by that I mean you can only adopt whatever is there to adopt, and then it's over. And then you have nowhere to go. Where are you going to go? You can't have children if you're man and man or woman and woman. It takes a man and a woman to have a child. And if the chemical imbalance or the twisted gene, the gene that's missing altogether, the amount of dopamine or whatever it is that drives that reproductive value in life within our bodies is missing or tormented or manipulated, I don't see life continuing. Life will end. It's not going to continue on. We cannot continue life as we know life to be, and the creation that God created will no longer be because we chose pride over life. And as we all know, pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. I'm not sure why you chose pride to be the word for your festivals that you have, but it's not a very good one when it comes to the Bible and the talking about the 7 deadly sins. Pride is right up there on the top of the list. Anywho, what I want to touch on is that I really don't understand how men can be attracted to one another, or women can be attracted to one another. But I understand the women more than I ever will the men. I'll never understand the men, but I understand the women because they're beautiful. So there's a driving factor there. They're beautiful and very attractive, very vivacious, very soft, very soft-spoken, But yet, when there are lesbian couples, or I'll just use gay for both, when there are gay couples, one of the women that's in that marriage or partnership, I'll use partnership instead of marriage because I think it's not normal for marriage to be used. So in that partnership between the two gay women, you can't further life. You don't have the right equipment to do that. You excluded the men, so therefore you can't further life. And the fact that one or the other dresses and has the masculinity or the actions and the swagger of a man within that relationship, within that partnership between the two gay women, tells me that there's still a man in your thoughts. There's still a man there. Why you don't act on that is I'm not sure why. This is what I can't figure out. And as far as the men go, there's always one or the other that's more feminine and acts like the woman. So there's still a woman there. It's just that you don't bring it to a physical view for us heterosexuals to see that you're attracted to women. It's still visible because of because of your couple, because of your partnership. One is more masculine, one is less, one is more feminine, one is more masculine within the men, the gay men, and one is more masculine, one is more feminine within the women, the gay women. So why you don't pursue that desire instead of being with a man and woman, or a woman and a man? I don't understand why you don't drive towards that, and you tend to stick towards the women, but one of you look more mannish, and in the men, one of you look more womanish. You carry yourself differently. You have the actions of a woman. You have the swagger of a woman. So I really can't understand how you believe in your heart that you're right, that gay is the way. And now that I've said that, I really, seriously, I don't have problems with gay people. As long as they don't bring it to me, I don't have problems with that. I have problems with gay people who force themselves into marriages by using words like transgender and bisexual, which is no more than a cross-dresser and a gay person. I have problems with the gay community forcing themselves or their desires, their way of life upon children. I have issues with that. I have big time issues with that, especially now that they've brought it into the schooling and the education system of America. We now have classroom environment gay taught studies where they're taking the words him, her, he, she. You can't say that because you're recognizing a gender. Now they want to be gender free. Why is this? Why is this? You're not gender free when you're together. You know which one you want. So why force it on children who don't have the experience of life as of yet, and you force these thoughts into their head, and when they're 5 and 6, that's when they absorb everything. That's when they're the most trainable, manipulative brain that they can possibly have, is when they're 5, 6, 7 years old. And they really learn a lot if you sit and work with them. And by the gay community wanting to teach heterosexual children the gay way is the right way, is wrong. It is 110% wrong. It is what you bitch about when you have your pride festivals and somebody, a heterosexual, says something off-brand to you and you're offended by it. I'm offended by you teaching children that your way is the right way. When you can't produce a child together, then you have a problem with your partnership. You're missing something. You're missing a chromosome that says we can reproduce now. You're missing a man, you're missing a woman. If you're two men, you're missing that woman in your partnership. If you're two women, you're missing that man in your partnership. Just because she's dressed like a man or carries herself like a man does not make her a man. Just because he had a sex change to a woman does not make him a woman. So therefore, you cannot have children together. You cannot further life. This is an impossibility, and I believe it should be the topic of discussion within the school, the education system, that you can no longer further life when you are gay. Period. You can't do it. It's an impossibility. If you, as a gay person, force yourself into a marriage that's weak already because whatever reason, the woman don't want to sleep with the man as often as she used to, or the man don't sleep with the woman as often as he used to, and you try to slip your way into that by using the words transgender and bisexual and whatever else you can come up with to manipulate this weak mind that your way's the right way. No matter if you've had kids, Bruce Jenner's a perfect example of that. And there's others, and I won't mention their names, but Bruce Jenner's been in the news quite a bit, so I'm going to use him. And all he is to me is a man that had a great marriage at one time, had beautiful children, and decided because of outside influence that he would be better off if he was a woman. This is a transgender. This is a cross-dresser. You dress like a woman. You carry yourself like a woman. Put your makeup on, paint your nails, so on and so forth. You act as though you're a woman. It doesn't make you a woman. You can have your Johnson cut off and you're still not a woman. Doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to produce a child unless you're a woman. If you, as a man, have a sex change, it is a disgrace to God's creation that you have done this to His creation. Because you are built in His image, and that's the way He intended it to be, or He would have made two men, and no longer would we have people. We would just have the two men that we knew nothing about because we were never brought around. We were never brought forth because there was no multiplication in the beginning. And the fact that that you feel the necessity to manipulate the minds of the most innocent of innocents when they are most manipulated to believe that your way is the right way and heterosexual is the wrong way is the reason that I can say I have problems with the gays. I disagree with that. I disagree 110%, and I always will until they nail the coffin shut on me, or burn my body and throw me in the ground as ashes. That's fine with me. But I'll always have a problem with the gay community intervening in the education system. I think this is something that needs to be talked about more and more and more until it's taken away from the education system. I don't believe that that should be brought up to a child that has no experience in life. Let them figure it out on their own and don't force it on them. That's why I have problems with gay community. This is a big issue with me because of the shit that I went through when I was a child. So I'm trying to understand why and how the gays even exist. I'm trying to figure that out. I've yet to figure that out in the 55 years I've been on this earth. And I probably never will. We probably never will know. I don't know. It seems like to me that the gay population has exploded and continues to explode. And this is a bad thing. This is not good. This is not good for our future, because there will be no future if men are with men and women are with women. That will be it. It will be over. You can't further life with the same sex. You can't continue reproducing children without a reproductive system. So if you're a woman and you get a sex change, you don't have the male hormone to give to the woman or to your partner in your relationship. Why? This is what puzzles me the most, I believe. You're wanting to be the sex that you want to be with, and you're wanting to change yourself to the opposite that you're wanting to be with. I don't understand this. This is something that I don't understand. I can't fathom. I can't think of the logical defining moment in your mind where your sex change, when you're in a man and man gay marriage or partnership, should I say, when you're a man and man partnership and one of you change to a woman, this makes no sense to me, because it's not a woman that you're with. You're with a man. The person that changed their aesthetic appearance to a woman is not a woman. Aesthetically, they look like a woman. They have their implanted breasts. They have, they're given their hormones and their shots and all that, and they're given their genitalia of a woman, and you don't have the reproductive organs. You don't have what furthers life. You don't have it. You do not have what it takes to further life. You don't have it. So how you figure your way is the right way is beyond me. I don't understand that. I don't understand where that logic is twisted within your head and your thoughts. I don't understand that. And then, not only that, but you go about not believing in anything. You don't believe that there's a God. You don't believe there's a hell. You don't believe in anything. I'm not saying that every one of you. Don't get me wrong. Don't get the words turned around. I'm not saying it's every one of the gay in the gay community. I'm just saying that the run-ins I've had with you has been the conversation leads to you not believing in anything. You just believe that you are, which is why you try to push off this educational thing in the classroom where you don't even have a sex now. You realize that you were born a certain sex because it's that sex that you're after. Whether you're a woman going after a woman or a man going after a man, you were born one or the other. It's not something that's not there. So why you would think it's smart to teach children that you're neither one is stupidity on your behalf. So I'll have to cut it short. I'm running long on the video, and I don't want to do that. I wanted to string these together to where I could get some replies and we get a debate going on the gay thing. We need to figure this out, people. This is not good. This is not good that the gay population has exploded. So until next week, I'll go ahead and say goodbye, and God bless every one of you, and even the gay community. God bless you, and stay safe, and I'll see you next week.